Could your smart home actually make your home less secure? Most people buy smart cameras, locks, plugs, and speakers because they want more convenience and safety.
You right.
But if they're set up the wrong way, those same devices can create new risks. And the scary part is most of these mistakes are easy to avoid. Welcome to Smart Living Lab. The first mistake is using weak passwords. This sounds basic, but it's one of the biggest smart home security problems. A lot of people use the same password across multiple apps. One password for their camera account, smart lock account, email, and maybe even their router. But if that password gets leaked anywhere, someone may be able to access more than just one device. Your smart home account should use strong, unique passwords, especially for cameras, locks, garage doors, and your main smart home platform.
You right.
And if the app supports two-factor authentication, turn it on. That extra step can stop someone from logging in, even if they somehow get your password. The second mistake is leaving default settings unchanged. Some devices come with default usernames, default passwords, or simple setup codes. And even if that seems harmless, it can be a major problem. There have been real cases where connected devices were vulnerable because people never changed the default credentials. So when you install a new smart device, don't just connect it and move on. Open the settings, change the password, rename the device, check the privacy options, and make sure only the features you actually need are turned on. The third mistake is ignoring updates. Smart devices are basically tiny computers connected to your network, and just like phones or laptops, they need security updates. The problem is that many people install a device once and never check it again. Smart cameras, doorbells, smart plugs, routers, and hubs can all receive firmware updates. Those updates often fix bugs, improve stability, and patch security issues. So if your app has an option for automatic updates, enable it. And if it doesn't, check for updates every once in a while. A smart home device that hasn't been updated in years can become a weak point in your home. The fourth mistake is putting every device on the same Wi-Fi network. Your laptop, phone, smart cameras, smart plugs, door locks, and random budget devices do not all need to live on the exact same network. If one cheap device has poor security, you don't want it sitting right next to your personal computer and files. A better setup is to use a guest network or separate IoT network for smart home devices. That way, your smart devices can still connect to the internet, but they're more isolated from your personal devices. This is especially useful for budget smart plugs, bulbs, cameras, and anything from a brand you don't fully trust. The fifth mistake is buying the cheapest device without checking the brand. Cheap smart home products can be great, but not every cheap device is worth the risk. Some devices have poor update support, unclear privacy policies, or apps that feel abandoned after a year. Before buying a security-related device, check a few things. Does the brand still update the app? Does it support two-factor authentication? Does it work with major platforms like Alexa, Google, Apple, or Matter? And does it have a real privacy policy? This matters most for cameras, smart locks, video doorbells, and anything with a microphone. A cheap smart bulb is one thing. A cheap security camera watching your front door is different.
You right.
The sixth mistake is giving too many people access. This happens all the time. You share access with family, guests, roommates, contractors, or someone helping you set up the system. And then, months later, they still have access. That means they may still be able to unlock doors, view cameras, control lights, or change automations. Every once in a while, open your smart home apps and review who has access. Remove anyone who doesn't need it anymore. This is especially important for smart locks, cameras, garage doors, and alarm systems. The seventh mistake is putting cameras in the wrong places. Smart cameras can make your home safer, but they can also create privacy problems. Avoid placing cameras in bedrooms, bathrooms, or anywhere guests expect privacy. For indoor cameras, use privacy shutters when possible. Turn off recording when you're home if you don't need it. And be careful with cloud storage. Cloud recording is convenient, but it also means your footage is stored outside your home. That doesn't mean you should avoid it completely. Just understand what you're enabling. The final mistake is thinking your smart home is secure just because it works. A device turning on and off correctly doesn't mean it's secure. Security is about what happens behind the scenes: passwords, updates, network settings, permissions, privacy controls. The good news is you don't need to be a cybersecurity expert to fix most of this. Use strong passwords. Turn on two-factor authentication. Update your devices. Use a separate Wi-Fi network when possible. Buy from brands that actually support their products, and review who has access. Do those things and your smart home becomes much harder to mess with, because a smart home should make your life easier, not give someone else a way in. Thanks for watching Smart Living Lab.